Hello everyone, how's everybody doing today? I apologize, I've been having some technical difficulties with the broadcast I got a new PS5 Pro, but my god, there's about 3 places that you can turn on and off your audio in a party, in a broadcast. And then there's another place where you allow or don't allow your voice to be shared. And then there's another place where you can mute and unmute your broadcast. And oh my god. In any case, I started a new run, first attempt at hard mode yesterday in SnowRunner. I haven't touched the game for about 3 years. And I own some of I think I bought the special launch edition or something to that effect. SnowRunner is a franchise that stems from an older game called Spin Tires, I think was the original iteration. And it was a big deal when it came out. One of the first games to utilize the Intel PhysX engine to realistically model mud, terrain deformation, mud resistance, water resistance, to make a realistic model of off-roading simulator, essentially. And years ago, my friends and I played those original primitive editions on the PC. Really cool, but primitive, and eventually the franchise got bought out and spun off in several different directions. I think first there was Spin Tires, Mud Runner, and now SnowRunner, and there might be a couple other spin-offs. And the modern games now include a plethora of missions to accomplish on each map. Hauling logs, hauling heavy equipment, drilling equipment, emergency supplies, clearing rock slides and other disaster damages, recovering lost and sunken or stuck vehicles and trailers, for which you get paid in-game currency and gain experience, which levels your character, unlocking higher level upgrades, better tires, engines, etc. You also, throughout the maps, the tires are a big deal, which you mainly unlock through levels, but there is upgrades to be found throughout the maps. But each upgrade is for a specific component on a vehicle and for a specific vehicle or series of vehicles. So when I first played this game, when it came out a few years back, there was no hard mode, there was no new game plus mode, and I made it through about half of the maps and completed maybe half the content on those maps. So this is the opening map of the game, Black River, that I'm on right now. There's a tunnel that connects to the next map. I have several of the DLC maps, but the ones with the purple lock on them I don't own yet. But I'm really happy that they've continued to develop content for this game. The mod system was really buggy when it first came out, and a lot of stuff was quests and everything. But I'm happy to see the game's seen fantastic level of support and lots of content and bug fixes, etc. So now on this hard mode playthrough, I gotta be honest, I started and restarted several times. Yesterday I probably spent like an hour or two just restarting the game and figuring things out. Everything costs money on hard mode. Recovering your vehicle costs $2,000. A mission can pay from $1,000 or less, maybe up to a couple of thousand. So having to recover your vehicle once can waste the profits from a single mission. So, and it's difficult. When I first played this, when it came out, I had some bonus vehicle that came with whatever special edition I had bought, the Lodestar, I think it was called. And you don't realize what a big difference something with some off-road and towing capacity has right out of the gate. You take that away and you're left with your starting. You can't get the Scout starting in hard mode. It's just the Chevy 1500. It's such a basic vehicle with highway tires. There is a Fleet Star right outside the garage at the start with an all-wheel drive hookup right in front of it, I think. And this is the Fleet Star right here. As soon as you get that all-wheel drive hookup, this will be one of your main whips for this intro map. But even with that, I mean, at the start, you have 31-inch, I think it is. No, that's on the standard vehicle. I forget on this guy what it is exactly. But small highway tires, even with all-wheel drive, you'll struggle through parts of the map on the road. Forget about off-road. There's a spot just over 10 feet from where we are right now. This is your starting garage, and if I drive this Scout, which is the most capable 4x4 I have right now, if I drive it down into that pit down there, I'll be in an unrecoverable situation. And God love this Scout. You get it for free on this map in the northwest corner of the map, and it's, like I said, the most capable vehicle I have. At level 3 or something, I was able to unlock 35-inch all-terrain tires. Nothing crazy, but it makes it, in most situations, be able to very, 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 very slowly creep its way out of just about any situation and throw the roof rack on it, and gives you extra capacity and repair capability. The roof rack does make it more top heavy, and that's my one caveat with this vehicle over the Chevy 1500, which I've rolled once and it landed back on its tires, but other than that, I've never laid it on its side or rolled it into an unrecoverable position, the Chevy. But this thing is top heavy, and throw the roof rack on it, and that is, she may chew through more mud than the Chevy, but the Chevy has come to bail this thing out on numerous occasions. Now, speaking of that, you require a number of vehicles for free in this intro map. This Fleet Star here, the GMC 9500, I think it is. Another dual rear axle side bed truck. And it's kind of a piece of junk. I can't remember if I sold it or not. I might have sold it. I am wary of selling vehicles in hard mode because you only get half the vehicle value when you sell it. So you kind of want to make sure you for sure want to sell it. And if you get stuck, one of those extra vehicles might be the only option to saving your butt, as opposed to recovering to the garage, which costs you a significant amount of money. I'm kind of at a spot now where I'm not too worried, so I think I did sell one of the vehicles here, and I'm sitting on $28,000 cash. Now, yesterday, my intention was, and the name of my stream was, to go to Russia on my first day, and that didn't pan out, unfortunately. Because it costs money to deploy your vehicle in another garage, so I can go to my global map and I can go straight to Tamir and spawn in the garage there, but to take my vehicle with me will cost $2,000 to spawn it over there. And here's the reason why I wanted to go to Russia in the first place. Is in my first playthrough, I remember getting the Taiga there in Russia, and it was the best vehicle that I had for a long time, and I used it to complete probably 90% of all the missions, if not more, from after I got it. So I was thinking in hard mode, since I have the ability to go to a much later map and just discover a vehicle there, bada bing, bada boom, transport it back to my starting map, and then henceforth be able to complete the game with that fantastic vehicle right off the bat. There's my idea for making hard mode easier. Now, because of the deployment costs, I'd like to be able to take just one vehicle, the Scout, hopefully being my most capable. Problem is, I remember the tag is broken. It has to get repaired. I don't think there's repair trailers at the garage there. That means to be able to repair a vehicle, first I'll mention, when I started this map, because you have to pay for fuel, you have to pay for repairs. One of the first things I realized is that there was people talked about there being fuel around the map that you can use. You can pilfer it from these mission trailers instead of paying for it. So obviously did that. There is maps with free Scout fuel trailers later on. I thought about buying one, of course, right off the bat. But the way how tight money is and everything, I thought, you know what? I got 2 maps, essentially drive for a little bit, maybe an hour, and I'll be able to go into one of the deeper maps. I think the 3rd map in has a Scout fuel carrier. So I didn't even buy one. I'm like, I'm just going to drive out there and grab one. Been really frugal with my money. The only money I've had to spend so far is recovering myself once when I got everything stuck and rolled or whatever. Not a position you want to be in. It was late at night and I was playing a little fast and loose, and I better to go slow and get there safe on hard mode when everything is so expensive. So, right at the starting garage, there's a service trailer. The Fleet Star is broken when you get here, right outside the garage. So I towed this trailer over to the Fleet Star and hooked it up to the Fleet Star. And you have to hook it up to a heavy truck with the right pintle hitch to be able to use the repair points out of one of these things. And then I used it to repair the Fleet Star. And then so I repaired the Fleet Star for free. And I've gotten all my fuel from mission trailers around the map for free, and I've used this service trailer to repair everything I've needed to repair so far. I've completed the missions to repair this road, going all the way out to the log station, where I've pulled the Kodiak C70 out of the water. But it's such tough terrain, I thought I'm wasting my time. I was almost out of fuel, and I thought I'm wasting my time trying to drag this thing all the way back. So, came back, fueled up, grabbed that service trailer and take it out on the road to repair that thing. Again, another free repair, another truck. It does not look like a truck that I'm necessarily going to use. But I already kind of regret selling that other truck. It is kind of a piece, but and sort of redundant with my Fleet Star, unfortunately. One mistake I did make was not taking the flat deck off of it. Now, realize it late. It had an accessory on it. That GMC 9500 had a flat deck on it, and I could have removed it and then put it onto the Fleet Star and saved myself further cost. But unfortunately, it's live and learn with hard mode. So now the question is, how long do I dally here before going off to Russia to grab my Tega? I think I'm ready. I got 28,000. So that's going to be the mission today. It should have been the mission yesterday, but it's going to be the mission today. I'm just going to take a quick look before I leave to see if there's any resources per se that I want to take with me. I wonder if I can transport trailers with me. I don't think I can. No. You'd have to drive it there. So yeah, pretty much got to go there. Now that's another question. If I go there and I need to take a service trailer to that Tega to repair it, the Scout, one, can pull it, and two, couldn't use the trailer because I can't hook up to it. So I might have to take the Fleet Star. But anyways, finally got the audio hooked up, guys. Grab coffee, and I'm gonna log in for some day 2 Russia mayhem. Catch you guys shortly. Take it easy.